Hi everyone. Today we are going to be making crash cars for our class today. The sky is the limit on how you want to design your craft car. I am going to be showing you what is possible with some of our pieces, but you are more than welcome to be as creative as you want to be. Now, if we were doing this class in person, I would have some hard-boiled eggs that we could test our cars out on. So while this is totally optional and up to moms and dads, if you guys have some eggs at your house, you want to hard-boil them, or mom and dad want to hard-boil them for you to test out when you're done making your car, it will be super, super cool. And that's what we would be doing if we're in person. So just kind of up to you how you want to do that. We have just a few pictures here of different samples of what you can do to make a crash car to protect your egg. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of different design ideas. So the sky's the limit, up to you. For your supplies for this craft, you're gonna take out 15 craft sticks and put that aside for a different craft. And then you can pretty much use the rest of your craft sticks that you have for this project to go right ahead. We've got some straws that you can cut up and use. We have some dowels. Now the dowels are the ones that don't have the points. 4 of those are meant for this project. The buttons are meant for this project. We also have our cubes with the holes in them that you can use for this craft project. We have some craft cubes. Those are clear ones left over. You can use some of those for this project. We have some rubber bands if you'd like to use those for craft project. One of the cups is meant to be used for this project. It's kind of like a nice little seat for your egg that you can put on. And then this project would be a lot easier with a glue gun and glue sticks. However, if you don't have those, the craft glue will work. You'll just need to allow for drying time in between adding the different layers onto your car. Otherwise, you can also use glue, tape, instead of glue. Okay, go ahead and do that. If you would like a ruler, and you might want scissors handy for this project, that is totally up to you, and what you have at your house. Okay? You're not limited to these supplies. If you have water bottles that you want to cut up, or a really cool looking container in the recycling bin that you want to use, go right ahead. Sky's the limit. Be as creative as you want. Have fun with this, okay? So, the first thing is wheels. We need wheels for our crash car. So the buttons are intended to be used as our wheels. You can use as many of you as you want. It might help you to use wheels that are about the same size. But if you look at a tractor, you can see that some of the tractor wheels have big ones in the back, smaller ones in the front. So the different sizes might work for you. It's just what you want to do for your design. So, and I think I'm going to stick to 4 wheels for my video here. And I want ones that are about the same size, so I kind of lined them up there, made sure they were the same size. And now for your car, you're going to need something to kind of attach your wheels. 2x2. And what you're going to use, honestly, is probably going to depend on your holes on your buttons. So go ahead and test out different things to see what is going to work. I don't know. These dowels might be just a touch too big. But, you know, they don't necessarily have to go through the holes. So maybe I might want to just glue them on to a dowel. Alright, well, right now, stop and pause. Think about what you want to do for your wheels as kind of the start of your car. And give it a try. Try out a couple of different things if you don't like what you have the first time around. But pause right now and do your wheels. Alright, I have got my wheels figured out. It took a little gluing time, a little drying time. So now that you have the wheels, you're going to have to think about how you want to build your car to protect your egg. Okay? So I was kind of thinking about this, and I'm thinking, you know, I would kind of like a couple different layers. So I'm thinking about cutting some straws up and using that as kind of base layer. And then maybe putting some craft sticks on top of that. And so I'm going to kind of test out. But I think if I cut these in half, that I'll have enough to space them out. I don't think I want them super close for this first part. Let's see. Alright, so half, gotta do some math here. They're about 8 inches long, so if I cut them at 4 inches, that should get me about half. Okay, I can always trim them as well when I'm cutting them. Alright, well, I got a couple more here. Okay. Alright, so how do I want to build my base? Okay. I think I want to space them out, but at the same time, I do think... I don't know if I really want to use glue this time. I think maybe I'll get out some tape. And make the tape big enough, and then let's see. Alright. Alright, so here I'm going to kind of build my base. And I am thinking if I use tape, maybe one more. Okay, I'm kind of measuring it to see how wide I want it to be. And I think if I use the tape to hold it together, it'll provide a little bit more safety. For my egg. And I do want to space them out, so it'll also allow me to space them out in between. Voila. Okay. And I think I want to just those edges along the side here, just to kind of keep them all together. Okay, and I think I'm gonna put tape on the over the top, and then I think I'm gonna glue this down onto my base to kind of give it some comfiness for when it crashes. Alright, so now it's time for you guys to think about what you want to do for your base. Sky is the limit. Be as creative as you want, but pause now and make your base. Alright, I have my base. I hope you have yours done. I hope you tested it. Make sure your wheels are working good and that it's going to do what you want it to do. So now it's about protecting that egg. And how are we going to protect our egg from smashing when we roll it onto the car? So, and I think I'm going to use my cup. Don't have to. That's totally up to you. And I think I'm going to start by gluing my cup down really well onto the base. Okay. Alright, now I kind of want to have a seat belt for my egg. So I kind of would like to have, you know, maybe something like holding it on. So I am going to maybe use my rubber bands to go across. Voila. And then I can kind of move it in. I can put my egg in the middle, and yet it isn't going to fall out. It's kind of like a seatbelt for the egg. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, there's my seatbelt for my egg. Okay, so it's not going to fall out. So I think it needs a little bit more sturdiness though on the sides. So I think maybe I want to kind of build up some sides on mine so that the cup doesn't like crash from the weight of the rubber bands. Okay. I think the easiest thing to build for that one is maybe to build the wall separately and then add it onto my car. Okay, and you can do this a lot of different ways. You can use tape, you can use the glue gun, Elmer's glue. If you're using Elmer's glue, you might want to let it sit for a little bit. I think for time purposes, I'm going to use some tape. I also think it'll be really durable, won't break apart. So that's my next step, is to build my sides to protect the cup and my egg better. Alright, so I want you to pause now, and you can design the rest of the car as you want. You can just do the sides than you want. It is totally up to you. I'm gonna, after this, show you my finished product, just so that these videos don't get super, super long on ya. But the sky's the limit. Have fun. Pause now. Alright guys, in case you're wondering, this is my crash car. I've got my rubber bands to hold my hard-boiled egg in there. I've got sides to protect it. I've got wheels. So now I am done. I'm happy with mine. Now, if you wanted to try to test out your crash car, I would recommend using like a big box as a ramp that you maybe slanted up against the porch or against a table. If you're okay doing it in the house, make sure you ask mom or dad first. Or if you have a slanted driveway, that would work as well. Just make sure you're careful of that your car doesn't go on the road, for safety's sake, of course. But have fun with this. I hope you are enjoying the craft supplies.